Okay girls, I'm going to quickly show you how to make a turkey or Thanksgiving dinner. Turkey, mashed potatoes, gravy, and stuffing. For just Jeff and I just buy the turkey breast. It comes with the chest bones and 2 breasts. And then I throw it in the crock pot and cooked it on low all day. I put it in the crock pot. I added about 1 cup to 1.5 cups of water to the bottom so it didn't dry out. I drizzled olive oil on the skin and then sprinkled it with a roasted garlic chipotle seasoning. And that's been cooking since about, I would say about 7 hours ago. I drained the juices out of that and put it into a frying pan for the gravy. So I'm going to leave this covered. I shut it off. I'm going to leave it covered and I'll slice that when the potatoes are almost ready. And I peeled potatoes for mashed potatoes. Nothing exciting there. Just make sure you keep water in there and stir it so they don't burn to the bottom of the pot. You could add some garlic to this if you wanted for a little more flavor. And if you don't boil those enough, you'll end up with lumpy potatoes. So I've done that before, just a side tip. The stuffing is, I use a stuffing chicken or turkey stuffing box. You can use generic if you want. And I add 1.5 cups of water to the stuffing. And then in a side bowl, and stir it up so the water will soak up into the stuffing. In the side bowl, I add a can of cream of chicken soup and some sour cream. Measured, it's probably about 3/4 of a cup of sour cream. And I'll stir that up and add it to this. And then put it in a baking dish this size and put it in the oven uncovered at 350. And that will need to bake until it's not mushy anymore. It'll get more like a bread. And that should take about a half hour. For the gravy, oh, and I sprinkled salt and pepper on the top of this too, but you don't have to do that. For the gravy, I put the juice from the turkey in the pan. And then when the potatoes are all done, I'll pour half of that pot into the pan. And then you get that boiling good, so it's boiling like these potatoes are. You want it at a good boil. And then I use cornstarch to make my gravy. I put 3 heaping tablespoons of cornstarch into a Tupperware dish like this that will seal good. And then I added milk. And I'll put the cover on, shake it up, and get all the lumps out. And then I use a wire whisk and pour the milk mixture in slowly, let it heat up to a boil. Pour a little bit more until it's the thickness that I want. Sometimes I have to make more of the milk mixture to make the gravy a little thicker. And if you end up making the gravy too thick, you can always just add some more water to it, or if you still have the potato water, you can still add more potato water and you'll be fine. And that's how you make gravy. When it comes time to make the potatoes, we'll drain the water off the potatoes. And I put them in a bowl about this size. And I add a half a stick of butter and pour about a half a cup, a quarter to maybe 1/3 of a cup of milk. And then I beat it with the mixer until there's no more lumps. And then the last thing to show you is cutting up the turkey. So when the gravy's done, then I'll take the turkey out of here and I'll set it on a cookie sheet and I'll slice it all up and put it in a dish like this. Actually, I'll probably slice that up way before I do the potatoes, and then I'll put it in this dish and put it in the oven, and I can pour a little gravy over the top too if it needs to sit for a little bit. This can sit in the pan already sliced if you have some gravy on it or liquid in there, and put a cover on it, and then it can stay warm in the oven. So if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I don't think I skipped any steps for how to make Thanksgiving dinner. Love you. Have a good day. Bye.